Sometimes you find this an issue in the legislature that you just can't let go of. And the annual municipal census is one of my pet peeves and is something that I've been working on for more than 20 years. As chair of the Election Laws Committee, I discovered that Massachusetts was the only state in the country that had a mandated annual municipal census that was conducted at the expense of the local communities. But the main purpose and use of that census was actually to create the state jury list so that our courts could call people to serve on juries. And I discovered during that period that in virtually all other states, the way they formed the jury list was by taking existing databases like Registry of Motor Vehicles, voter registration lists, unemployment insurance lists, workers' comp lists. They take existing state databases, they merge them together, and then eliminate the duplication, and they end up with a list that's about 98% accurate, containing the names, addresses of the residents of the Commonwealth, and then you can further divide it by age so that you would have all of those who are 18 or older, and therefore you'd be able to have a real-time jury list, as opposed to the Massachusetts system where a letter goes out to each of our homes, we fill out the municipal census, we send it back in, and it takes many months for that list to be compiled. So then it goes to the jury commissioner, and then the jury commissioner enters it into their database, and by the time they use that list for the first time, it's about 7 months old, which means it's already starting to be out of date. And it also depends upon the communities to conduct a quality municipal census. And we also discovered that some communities only did it, well, let's say every other year or every third year. And some communities were rather careless in how they put the list together because it really wasn't something that they particularly needed. And then we found out that it costs about $6 million for our cities and towns to do this. And we know this because some folks who were opposed to our getting rid of the annual municipal census said, oh, it doesn't cost nearly what you're saying it costs. And so we worked on the study with them, and sure enough, it came up to $5.5 to $6 million a year. Compare that to Connecticut, which our neighboring state, which uses this merge and purge system, and they spend about $300,000 a year building their jury pool list. Well, several times I got legislation to the governor's desk, got it signed into law, and several times the opponents found ways to undo it. And we hear lots of complaints that the government mandates too many things in our communities, and we thought, gee, here's a mandate that we could get rid of, saving literally millions of dollars across the Commonwealth, $5.5 to $6 million to be exact, and get a better system in place through a merge and purge system. So even though I've gotten it to the governor's desk several times, our opponents have been able to undo it. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep working on this because it's an unfunded mandate that we should be able to get rid of. It's an unnecessary expense to the taxpayers, and I'm hoping that over time we can convince enough other people to jump onto this project, and that we'll eventually be able to get rid of this unfunded state mandate, have a better jury pool system, and do it at much, much less cost.